her my agreement. She even called Amy and said I wanted to have an alliance with Danielle, and Amy's like, well, Danielle's adhering to her contract, so she said she'll see you when she gets in the house.
That's hilarious.
Because it's just, I didn't want, that's important to me. It was important.
Well, my thing is, because obviously there's a lot of people that are contacting people. I'm going to let anyone talk to me that wants to talk to me.
Oh, yeah.
You just tell me. But the thing is, Alison never had mentioned that she wanted to go after like any season 6 people, you know?
But she was aligned with Jace and Diane.
Right. But see, I never even brought that up to her outside the house.
Okay,
because I didn't.
We act like we didn't know it.
Of course.
Yeah.
And we talked about everything. We talked about, like, we didn't even talk about Big Brother that much. You know, it was just kind of like getting to know her because I had never even seen what she looked like.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know. I never said 4. I think we were bored to death watching Big Brother reruns. But, so we talked, and she did a chat on my website.
Yeah, that's right. She sure did.
And, I told her, I'm like, you don't have any issues with me. I don't have issues with a lot of people, but if you come after the people that I'm close to,
then we have to.
I have to. You know, I have to look out for their safety.
Right.
So I felt kind of bad. I really felt bad when she was like, told me in that room, I know you're not on my team. I'm not talking to you anymore. I know you're not on my team. She went straight from straight evil to just back to a normal conversation. I was like, I'm dead.
Yo, she's no joke. She's no joke.
God, I wish she could have stayed longer in this house. I wish she had different objectives. To work with her would have been phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yay and nay.
Well, nay for the fact that she would have, like, stabbed me in the back in my sleep several times.
No, that's not the issue with Alison. So? The issue with Alison, she didn't know how to keep her mouth shut.
That's one of my problems also.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Yeah.
But now I word everything perfect to make everyone think that everything's going on. But I'll never put anything out.
Right.
I'll imply all I want.
Right. She was a talker. And by me bringing up that scenario, that was me to find out where she lined herself with. And I kind of just knew it. And that's why I went and told you. It's a risky move, but someone had to do it.
That was her plan? To not have Jace agree? That was your plan.
Right, it's my plan. But I did that because I wanted her to tell me who she was aligned with, what was going on. You can see in the diary, I said, it's risky, but I need to find out who's aligned with whom. I mean,
right.
So.
Walk like Egyptian. Oh God, this game is crazy. I hope this week sets me up in a better position than I was in last week. That's all I hope each happens each week, you know? It's weird because I try to think who would come after me, and I really can't think of anyone that would put me up right now.
I think you're pretty good.
So, but I don't want to think that. I also thought that the George is going home this week.
Oh, yeah. I hope you're going to start listening to me from now on.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I'm working so hard to save Jace. But you know, when people are put against a wall, you see, and they let it come out, such as Jace, who's an emotional person, you see the real them.
Right.
You know, and this is a hard place to trust. This is a really hard place to trust.
It is. And then last night I'm going to bed, you can tell the guy was like crying in his bed. I'm just like, oh my God.
I cried because of Sarah here, but I will never let this place make me cry. I will never let it get to me like that.
No, I think I'm like, you know, James, when my time comes, my time comes.
Oh, yeah.
No, not really too much tripping. I passed once I was in the first one going, I'm kind of cool now. But I'm not going to go down without a fight. That's for damn sure.
Really? I couldn't imagine that. You seem like the kind of like the weak person that just rolls over and...
just dies.
Yeah.
I tell you, at first I was in that diary room, I was like, give me my suitcase, I can pack now. I'm not used to it. So are you just going to give up? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. Stop calling me. I told him, stop calling me a diary room. You're not going to get me breaking down.
I remember after Howie had nominated us, that's when I thought I was really done. But when Jennifer did her little speech at the table about how, you know, she's giving Kaser what he wants and this and that, at that point, I was like, I was even more shocked, because it was one thing to think that Howie, who I saw as a complete moron, because it was giving away numbers, like, no one can be that dumb.
Yeah.
I still don't understand how people can be that dumb.
Right.
But, and then when it just reaffirmed that Kaser came back in this house was still trying to give me, I was like, this is a guy who I thought was smart and had integrity, and I realized he had neither of the above.
Who, Kaser?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why he was so...
And I was just like...
It was just like, when you have alliances like that, you say things to throw other people's off, but you just ask a person, is this true? Are you going to do that?
That's the thing, is they never asked me.
It was crazy. I mean, like, when I watched that episode, I'm like, all they have to do is bring James in there and ask him the question.
And ask him.
But they never gave you the opportunity to
Of course not, because they wanted me gone, because they were scared. But I remember sitting in the bathroom when he came around that corner with Howie and Janelle just like trailing behind him, like little fucking rabid puppy dogs. Mm-hmm. And he gave me this look that was such a smirk of like arrogance and just, ugh, like all rolled into one at that point. I was like,
what would you have done?
I was going
to ask you, if you were HOH, would you have who would you have nominated?
Which week? Any week it would have been Maggie. Any week I would have HOH would have nominated Maggie.
To ensure that she was going?
Because I needed the bitch gone.
Yeah, she was there.
You know, I figured, this is how I thought. Maggie goes home, the nerds split. Bo and Yvette come under my care. April, Jen probably go to Howie and Kaser, because they were with them all along.
Right.
So it's like, the nerds would knock each other off, but we, as our sod group, we would always have the votes to keep us, even if one of us got nominated against one of the nerds.
Right.
Because like Yvette, maybe she put up April and Howie. You know what I mean? We would always have the votes to keep each other. So we could systematically pick each other off, and it would have worked out perfectly.
You and Maggie. It was like watching myself and Roddy all over again. Seriously. Except Maggie was Roddy.
Yep, that was you. No. But I was the one that went home, like Roddy.
Yeah, it just didn't work out the way it was supposed to work out.
I don't understand how no one could see what she was doing. To me, it was so obvious. To me, it was so obvious the way she... Yes, she wasn't a cop. Big deal. I thought she was a cop. I mean, this woman was, like, interrogating people. And she was getting information out of them.
She was good, man.
She was fucking really good.
Maggie, I gave you props, girl. I've never seen anything like that. But the other thing is, like, when Howie won that HOH, he had to make a decision right there. Why did he not nominate Maggie and Yvette?
I think because Howie, all along, was keeping Maggie safe. I don't understand it. He kept her safe the entire game. He never nominated her once. And then he votes for her when he shouldn't have for her win $500,000.
But then he talks so much smack about her. I didn't understand that.
He talks smack about everybody. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I just never understood that. I thought it would be, Maggie and...
Well, and that's what Rachel was so pissed off when Bo came to sequester. Because he was supposed to nominate... She told him if he gets HOH again, he has to nominate Maggie and Yvette. The guy would never nominate her. You know? That's why the guy who runs my website is always called the Howie, Maggie's bitch.
Janelle said that they had a discussion that he was supposed to...
Janelle told him the same thing.
To nominate Maggie and Yvette?
To nominate Maggie and Yvette, and he just never would nominate Maggie. He was so fixated on getting rid of the partners, as opposed to worrying about who was really dangerous.
That's what Kaser said. It's just,
That's such a dumb move.
Like, who cares about the partners?
You know what? I could take Yvette and Bo to the final three, look at both of them and think I'm going to whoop their asses. You know what I mean? I don't care. You take April and Jen to the final three and you still whoop their asses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the best part about taking them to final three, taking partners to final three, is you know you have to win. You know you have to win. No thinking you can trust these people and no making deals. Because you have to win.
Yeah, final three, you have to win. There's no, if